Hey, what's going on, gamers? This is the Wideawakegamer bringing you guys a new retro game classic review of Castlevania for the N64. Not a lot of people really enjoyed this title, but hey, I like to go against odds and actually check out games for myself. So let's go back into this classic Castlevania game for the N64 and let's see what we really think.
Lots of games, which one to choose? It's past that time and you wanna snooze. Stay up late with the wide awake gamer. Stay up late with the wide awake gamer. You reach the end and you start to crack. Review this game or hit the sack. Showdown with the gamer. The fate is jumping later. Stay up late with the wide awake gamer. Stay up late with the wide awake gamer.
So the Castlevania for the N64, it came out January of 1999, like in the late 90s. That was my very first Castlevania game for the Nintendo 64. Well, actually, it was my first Castlevania game in general. So the cool thing about the game is that Dracula made his return again.
He stirs from a century of enforced sleep. Count Dracula awakes.
And your job is to find Dracula, hunt him down. You could play as one of two characters. They both have their own particular powers.
Courage. Don't leave me.
So they start you off in a remote forest, and then you just make your way through. Now, I remember when I first played this game, I couldn't get past the first initial boss. Which was like a big giant skeleton boss. And I remember that I gave up after I couldn't beat him anymore. I traded in the game. I couldn't do it. So I never got past him. That's it, guys. I beat the boss. Credits go up. Wideawakegamer.com. Subscribe. Bye. Alright guys, so Castlevania for the N64. Overall, what did I think? I thought it wasn't the greatest title in the world, but at the same time, it still kept my interest because I really wanted to get to the next level. There were some linear parts where certain parts in the game were constantly the same. The camera work was a little off. I didn't know where I was going sometimes. And I remember the first door that I had to open, I didn't know how to open it up. I thought there was a key that I needed to find, but all along I needed to use my whip and break the door open to fight the big giant skull boss. But when I defeated him, and I felt like $1,000,000, because I've never defeated him before, and I got past that level, I'm like, okay, now the world expands. No, it kind of felt very like a maze. The game felt like a maze where you're like stuck in these little cubes of boxes, and you had to keep looking for little small areas and switches to open up gates. Once you open up a gate, then you have to find a switch to another gate. It becomes repetitive, and then the enemies just kept coming up. They didn't really give me a chance to just relax and just catch my breath in the game. It's like constantly you had to keep whipping these freaking skeletons. So there was this one part in the game where I flipped the switch and a freaking Tekken character came out of nowhere. It was a cheetah guy, and when I defeated him, I was like, whoa, where the heck did he come from? So I really like those kind of surprises in the game. It was actually pretty cool. It kind of changed up the pace of the game. It was like, alright, I'm not fighting skeletons all the time. When I was jumping down at the platforms, as you guys can see here, I thought I had to swim across the water because I'm like, why the heck would they put platforms going down and it doesn't lead anywhere? So I ended up dropping down into the water, and I had to start the game all over again. So just a word of advice out there, guys, just a little warning. You need a memory card for this game to save it. So if you don't save, you would have to start the game all over again. So Overall, should you add this to your collection? Why not? This game cost me like $5-6. It wasn't bad. It's not a horrible title. I've had worse, but I would definitely give this game out a chance again, so you can actually add it to your repertoire that you've played Castlevania games. And hey, I gave it a second chance. So if you guys like what you see, please like and subscribe. Please show your love and support, and come back again for some more retro game